Juneteenth. It's a powerful celebration of freedom and resilience. And if you want to know how the holiday got its name, stick around because today we're coming to terms with Juneteenth. Hi, I'm Joy with Unexpected Virtual Tours and Training, where we host radically creative virtual events for remote and hybrid teams. So welcome back to Coming to Terms, where we trace the roots of the words and ideas that make up our world. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest best practices in DEI training and virtual team building. Now, let's get to it. As we have commemorated Juneteenth and will again in the future, we do want to take a moment to explore the significance of this historic day. Juneteenth, a sister celebration of events such as Freedom Day or Emancipation Day, marks the end of slavery in the United States. And it's a portmanteau that commemorates June 19th, specifically by combining these two words together. So June 19th became Juneteenth. And what's so special about that date? Well, you see, June 19th of 1865 was the day when Union General Gordon Granger arrived on Galveston Island in Texas and announced that all enslaved people were free. Crucially, this was over 2 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. So why did it take so long? Well, in that era, when trains and steamboats were the fastest ways to travel, Texas was geographically far removed from the majority of the fighting during the Civil War, and up until that moment, few Union soldiers had ever set foot on Texas soil. As a result, Texas was the last place where the Union Army had to spread and enforce the message of freedom. And that's why this day, June 19th or Juneteenth, symbolizes the long-awaited freedom for African Americans who had been enslaved, highlighting the concept of justice delayed and the ongoing struggle for equality. This holiday represents a pivotal moment in American history that has come to emphasize the resilience, strength, and enduring spirit of African Americans. It's a day of reflection, a day of education, and a day of celebration of African American culture and achievements. Festivities traditionally include parades, music, red foods and drinks, and historical reenactments such as the reading of the Emancipation Proclamation, all of which honors Black Americans' rich heritage and contributions. And celebrations include red foods and drinks because they symbolize the blood shed by those who were enslaved. And red is also a powerful color in certain West African cultures, symbolizing strength and spirituality. Juneteenth, which was made a national holiday in 2021, is particularly relevant in today's discussion about racial justice and equality. It serves as a reminder of the systemic racism and inequalities that still exist and the need for continued advocacy and action. And by acknowledging and celebrating Juneteenth, companies can show their commitment to understanding and addressing these issues. Now, you might be asking, how can organizations celebrate Juneteenth in a meaningful way? Well, first, you can educate your team about the history and significance of Juneteenth. Education can lead to increased empathy, respect, and a stronger sense of community within a group. You can host events such as virtual workshops, have guest speakers or panel discussions in order to facilitate learning and dialogue. Or for something completely different, you can work with us, Unexpected Virtual Tours and Training. For example, we offer 2 different virtual team building experiences centered around Juneteenth, and you can find the links to those in the video description below. Now, if you're still on the hunt for more ways to respectfully observe Juneteenth, consider encouraging team participation in community events and actively seeking ways to support Black-owned businesses. Or you can consider providing time off for employees to observe and celebrate this federal holiday with their friends and family. Actions like these really signal sincerity and demonstrate your company's commitment to recognizing this important day and the African American community at the heart of these traditions. Now, one last thing. While Juneteenth is a time to celebrate freedom and progress, it's also a time to reflect on the work that still needs to be done. So let this day serve as a starting point for all of us to have open conversations about how we can create a continuously healthy and inclusive world for all. Well, folks, that's all the time that we have for this episode of Coming to Terms, but let's keep the conversation going in the comments below, and there you'll find those links that I mentioned to more resources in the video's description section. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're looking for unexpected ways to expand your company's team spirit, please reach out. We are your radically creative diversity, equity, and inclusion training experts, and we would love to host your team's next DEI training event, now or any time of the year. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and stay in touch.